All right, there we go.
Hey,
Hello, hello. Good afternoon for you.
GA, indeed.
Good morning to people in the West, and good evening to people in the East.
GM.
I am Jordan Oram, aka the Yerbearserker. I will be drinking yerba mate throughout this event, and I'm one of the co-founders of Empire Builder, along with Adrian, aka Divyfly, who is asleep in Australia now. I'm coming live from Europe, and yeah, Chris, welcome. Thanks for being here. And if you would like to do a quick introduction for yourself, I will go and send the links and things off to the different places to let people know that we're live.
Sweet. Yeah, I'm Chris Cocreated, and I am a philosopher builder, if I might call myself that, with the Roman columns sitting behind your head, Jordan. And what I mean by that is I look to build things that help us live truly and happily. And in terms of software, that's often art, but right now I've gone deep on building a solar client. And in the real world, I also run a care company. I've been a theatre maker. I've done a lot in kind of community and care settings over the years, and kind of fell down deep in the crypto rabbit hole about 4 years ago, landed on Farcast about 3 years ago, and that's kind of been home ever since, where I've been building and experimenting. And yeah, what we're talking about today with Sopha is the kind of accumulation really of kind of all of that work, but particularly the past 3 years here.
I like that. That's I'm finding and sending things on Farcaster right now, because I think that's where our Farcaster is, where our main audience is at this point in time. But I've also sent it out to Twitter through Twitter X,
Nice.
Twitter. Yeah. What do you call? I was asking Bizarre Beast this on the other one I just did. I was like, what do you call? Do you still call it a tweet? Like, are you tweeting on X, or are you excreting on X?
You may be.
yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I have just so it's automatically so you can find this live on Glanker Empire on X on Twitter. I've also just shared it on Farcaster. So Chris, if you want to go share now, you can find my share of it on Farcaster, and then you can share that, and so then people can watch live on Den. We're already up to 15 people watching, which I think is a very good auspicious start for this event. And okay,
Rob. And yeah, jump in the replies, I guess, if you're on Farcaster.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're on Farcaster, you can write on the stuff. If you're on Twitter, you can tweet us, and I'll actually see it in the side comments here in Den. Yeah, I've got it paused there because otherwise I'm hearing too many things in too many places. But I'll try to remember to go over there and see if anyone's commented or written in there. And let's see. So we're gonna talk about your brand new platform, which I'm very excited about. Been hearing about for a while, been checking out the beta for a while, and talking about the importance of it. And now we're down to 4. We lost 11 people, or the stats. Oh no, that's my ego is crushed.
You'll be all right.
But we also we have some just fascinating things to do and launch and demonstrate and rewards, and I'm excited for it. And I think that, before we get too deep into the platform and the product project you've done, we should share and make sure that the Soflets are discussed and out, because I want to do some rewards around people who pick up those.
100%. So start there.
Yeah. And are you okay to screen share from your side? Do you want to do some demonstrating and talking? I can.
Sure. Yeah. I can do that.
So while you're figuring that out, once you screen share, I'll see it down below, and I'll just bring that up front. But while you're finding that out, I'll just talk. I just riff. So All right, we've got someone saying hi, someone from YouTube. Hello, famous little YTuber. Welcome. And yeah, so Empire Builder, which I'm the co-founder of, it is a platform designed to help creators, builders, and founders grow their dream into an empire. So what we're really doing is looking at how humans plus automation plus AI plus being on chain, blockchain, crypto, how all of these emerging technologies take what we've already done, unlock and open some new things, and make it more possible for individuals and small teams to build long-term regenerative, I don't know why I said regenerative, long-term generative little microeconomies. So this is what we're leaning into and what we're exploring with Empire Builder. How was that? That was a pretty good.
That was tight. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Yes. All right. I'm going to add you up to stage here, and there we go. All right. What are we looking at?
Neat. So, yeah, before we dive into Sopha, which is a long-form client that I'm building to really help us get at the quality content that's on Firecaster, and also like the meaningful relationships that we have, which just opened up yesterday and today. And to celebrate the launch, we just dropped Sophlets. And you might have seen actually the kind of useful bit of context. If you're just up here, the Sopha logo is this one-eyed owl sitting on a sofa, and we're kind of going for this mix of comfort and wisdom, and like getting at the deep stuff, but sitting on a sofa with our friends while we do it. And the Sophlets are your PFP, kind of taking the warplets kind of meta that all kicked off last month and applying that to our Sophlets. So this is mine that I've just generated. Jordan, yours is great. I love it.
Go click on my, go to my profile. You'll see it as the most recent casted.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that beauty.
I love that.
I love it.
I came out so well. I love the plaid, which is like the shirt I'm wearing in my PFP. The helmet it pulled from the Yerbearserkers that are on either side of my PFP, and that the couch, the paisley-ish couch, is pulling from the malachite background in my PFP.
Yeah, it's done a great job. Shout out to MJ Bevan, who MF. Oh damn.
You're just seeing if I was awake. MF Bevan, who is an incredible dev creator. He's the guy behind Farverse, the Farverse Slay to Earn. He did the diplomacy game, Far Pets. He built a Warplets mini app, and he launched his Farverse token through Empire Builder. So he's part of the Empire Builder ecosystem of ecosystems. And yeah, his Immutagen mini app, which you are the first person to use the Immutagen mini app to create a collection that is not him.
Cool. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. I'm just pulling that up. Oh no, that didn't open as I'd hoped. Yeah, there we go. That's MF Bevan. And that's his Sophlet that he just dropped, and is using nice words about me as well, which is very sweet of him. Yeah, I'm so excited to see these coming through. It's there's been a good number of hours spent like fine tuning the prompts and getting this to work well. So yeah, I'm excited to see them all come into the world.
Absolutely. I'm just creating a cast right now in Farcaster explaining that I'm going to be using Empire Builder, more specifically in my own GM Yerb token Empire, in my creator builder Empire. I'm going to be creating a NFT leaderboard in there of Soflets. And so what it's going to allow me to do is that during this live stream, I'm going to pull up that leaderboard in my Empire. Well, like I can show how it all works, and I'm going to be creating that leaderboard full of people who have minted Soflets, and then I'm going to raffle off some of Say Angel's Warplets and Eggman's waifus to people on that leaderboard. So right now, you've minted, I've minted, and we know MF Bevan has minted. So we'll go make that leaderboard. So far, there'll be like 3 people on it. So our odds are going to be pretty good. I'm not sure how many.
I'm seeing 8 mints.
Oh, love it. Okay, so our odds are rapidly decreasing, but I'm still okay with that. So I'm just making the cast right now, and I'm gonna send that out. So actually, before I send the cast, because we're talking about it, people watching, do you want? So you talked a little bit. Well, I'm going to make an intentional pause after I say this, but because during this show, as we're talking and releasing things or talking about parts of it, just keeping in mind that you can make good sound bites that we can clip later to use as other content. So if you would like to, again, you did a good invitation. I'm sorry, I've been up since 5. You did a good introduction for yourself, but would you like to talk about Soflets now? You already talked about Soflets. Do you want to talk about Sopha?
I would love to talk about Sopha, although I'm going to keep getting distracted by these. I might have to close this down up here. Bizarre Beasts just minted
yes,
and it looks awesome.
So we're gonna so here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna tell us about Sopha, where it came from, introduce it, show it, demonstrate a little bit. That is such a good one off of his little his beastie. Like I said, I just did the live event with him 2 hours ago. We were talking about click on his profile. Actually, let's do a quick shout out to him. If you'll click in and go scroll down a little bit, he's right there, that top one even, or that's this one here. Anyone who's on Farcaster, if you haven't gone and checked out Bizarre Beast, if you've been under a rock and you haven't seen him as an artist and just a consistent artist and creator, he is right now in second place in a contest, kind of competition, grant mentoring kind of program to potentially win $100,000 grant that would fund him going all in as an artist to be able to like leave his day job, go all in on taking Bizarre Beast to the next level, creating animated shorts and content, things like that. So if you have a moment, definitely go check him out. He's got this whole thing in here where if you vote, take a screenshot through the app, do this. He's made an Empire Builder leaderboard with the API, and he's like he's raffling and distributing rewards and incentivizations and activations there too. So little segue. Just met with him earlier, live with him, and when I was on that one, I was talking about you and what you're doing too. So it's not like I'm just so
love it. Cross-fertilizing in this.
Cross-pollination is an essential part of our wonderful world. So what I'm thinking is,
I think that's it's kind of quite a nice segue really into part of the motivation behind Sopha, because I think we've all seen a flattening of the timeline over the past month or so since the casino really kind of kicked into gear, and that's fine, and I'm all for the experimentation, and I get why the team are doing it, but it's not the bit of Farcaster that I'm excited about. It's the bit I'm excited about is the Senius.
Do you want to quickly talk about just briefly what Farcaster is? Like I'm just thinking that some people watching, because we're on Twitter, YouTube, other places. So just make sure there's just a little bit of a foundation for people.
For sure. So Farcaster is fundamentally a protocol, an open way of people talking to each other on social. Up to this point, there's also been an app called Farcaster, and that's where most people have been doing their talking. But ultimately, it's like email. You can look at email in Gmail or in Outlook, or you could probably still do it in Yahoo if you wanted to. Underneath it, all the emails are the same. It's just how we're accessing them, and Firecaster's doing that for social, on top of the blockchain ultimately. And so it's kind of the leading place for decentralized social media experiments. It's where most of the people that are kind of congregating at this particular edge of what's possible in the technology, kind of hanging out and exploring stuff together. And it's a pretty amazing ecosystem from where I'm sitting. And the relationships, the friendships, the supporters, and the advice I've had over the past 3 years has just been awesome. And that's why I hang out there, fundamentally. And one of the joys of it is that my identity, Chris Cocreated, I can take wherever I like within any client, any kind of platform, Twitter, or not all that thing. So when I say a client, we're talking like Twitter's a example of a client and a platform. Ignore that. That's an unhelpful distraction. My point is that I can take my identity, Chris Cocreated, from here to the base app that's just gone live yesterday. I can take it to Uno, which is another app and client that's under development at the moment, and I can take it into my own client, and all my friends are still there, all my content is still there, what I do there shows up in the other places, and it means that I can invest as much as I like, because there is no way that anything's going to get shut down, that anyone can kick me out, and that's a kind of fundamentally powerful place to be building from. And what I've been doing is kind of, in the stuff that I most enjoy is the deep conversations and is the deep content that we have here. There's loads of jokes and memes and financialized stuff going on, but also there are people making really smart takes, saying interesting things as we're kind of building out the new version of the internet, the new version of our society, really. And that's the stuff that I'm most interested in. So I've built a way for us to bring all of that together and for us to talk to each other outside of all the noise. And that is Sopha.
That was great.
Cool.
I like that. I'm in. You had me at hello.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very excited for Sopha. I have spent a little bit of time. I mean, the naming is great. I love the branding. I love the owl sitting on the sofa, the couch, as it were. Works really well in emojis, and a great mascot. And I love the fact that this connecting around depth and wisdom in a, I mean, I like how Sopha is kind of like how a couch, a sofa, is, there's a sort of informality about that, and I feel like inside, oh yeah, if you go, I just made a good share there that you might want to reshare that top one. Tagged you in it too.
Okay. I see
where you're going. Yeah, I see where you're going.
I just wanted to share that because to the point you're making.
Yeah, and I love, because so Farcaster, the platform's recent decision that they're going to be prioritizing trading, that they're going to be prioritizing these other elements, is not negating the fact that, you know, there is community here. There are people that use it for connection and depth, and that the infrastructure exists. And you've really created Sopha to find, highlight, pull forth, curate that experience. And I think that picture that you just shared of the different people on the sofa, I think the reality in our decentralized world is, we have people from all kinds of different countries around the globe on at different times asynchronously, able to contribute, discuss, chip in from the comfort of wherever they are. And there's something deeply wonderful and powerful and valuable about that. And I think that I have Farcaster, the team, the Merkle factory, the team, they have a focus on sustaining and growing the infrastructure and the users. And that's fine. I have no problem with that. They enable and empower all kinds of other people to build on that. And what you're doing and focusing is targeting such a beautiful and necessary and wonderful audience and intention. So, thank you for taking responsibility to build the thing that you wanted to see. You've put time in, and you've made something, which is wonderful.
Thanks, Jordan. I really appreciate that. I've put more time in than I expected to. My sleep has gone to pieces over the past few weeks, but that's fundamentally because it is something that I kind of deeply want myself. And very much scratching my own itch at this point. I think I said kind of in some of my casts about this, I was kind of growing increasingly frustrated with the absence of those conversations, and I kind of some point realized, okay, well, maybe it's me that needs to build this, and in doing it, I've kind of realized, I've kind of been in training for this for the past 3-4 years, really.
That's beautiful.
Basically,
it's like the hero's journey. You heard the call.
Right.
You stepped out. You met an old wizard on the way.
There are a few old wizards knocking about here.
Yeah,
I think
there he is in the Sopha image. And I really resonate with you around this, because I think you've had this long journey to bring to the point where you could build this. And I mean, that's kind of similar with me building Empire Builder with Adrian, was being like, I wish this existed. I want this to exist. I can see huge value in this existing. Why won't someone make this happen so that we can use it? And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I might as well do it.
You gotta do it. I'll go. So should we show people around? Would that be useful? Because maybe if we start with the mini app, because that's kind of the.
Do you want to start with the mini app or the website? Because I know that you've built it to be more desktop focused. So, and it might be, if someone doesn't have a Farcaster account, do they need to create one? They need to create one to use the tool, right? Can they do that through Sopha?
Not yet. It will. Okay. In time it will, but for now, if you want to start using it, you would make an account on Farcaster, the app, and then you'll be able to use that to sign in to Sopha.
If someone has do they need the Farcaster app to sign in? Like if someone's on the base app and they create their account there, would they be able to connect to it as well?
I don't see why not. Thinking about, I think you need to be in the Farcaster app. You could make it there. You could make your account in base, but you would need the Farcaster app in order to log in at this point in time with Sopha.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, shall I share?
Yeah, please do. I will. Yeah, once you've got it ready, I will bring it up to the big screen. There we go.
There we go.
I always have mine in like dark mode and night mode, and I see like the white screen.
No wonder you're so keen for me to use the logo that doesn't have the white background on it.
Mm-hmm. Little white frame, little white rim that works on everything.
So this is the home screen, and what you'll see is this curated feed, and this is really the one half of the heart of Sopha. The other half is my 37, and those are your close friends, essentially. We'll get into that in a minute. But what we have here is some of the kind of the best content on Farcaster. It's being curated by people, by kind of people that I've invited in to be curators for the meantime, and in general, they're long form casts with deep conversation around them, and this is kind of intended to give you a kind of deep dive into each cast, but not be the whole thing. So I've got a compressed view, so it kind of makes it a bit easier to scroll through, and then you can see kind of some of the main replies around it, and then you can jump into the conversation. And one of the things we're building in is a whole load of filters. So you'll see these quality scores, the Q scores here. You can filter with these, so I can ramp that up and just kind of round about 75. Around about 70, it tends to get good. Little tool you might not know about, you can translate into English. This I know actually isn't a high quality score. It's very much in beta mode, still building things out. The reason this is scored 75 is because it's quoted this cast above, and so it's kind of got some of the score off the quote cast, hasn't really added anything to it, so hence it's lower. But we need to tweak some of that because this hasn't really added value. But one of the things that Sopha's doing is that it's surfacing quote casts into the reply feed, and as far as I know, that's a unique feature in any client, because one of the things that happens is when people start quote casting stuff, the conversation gets fractured. They might be saying something interesting that's pertinent to the original cast, but the relationship between the two things is kind of lost. So I'm working to bring that back together. But you do have the option to view the full thread in standard algorithm mode, in the kind of more natural thing. You can see that the quote cast isn't there at all, but you've got the whole thing. Although I am trying to hide the low quality stuff as well.
You've got some great responses there to Proxy's post about, is this one about trading? About
yeah.
So it's trading, and you've got a number of other great builders. So I think one of the things that's really valuable about Farcaster, the Farcaster experience, for those who are just watching on YouTube or on Twitter, and you're kind of saying like, well, why would I want to go to the work of adding something else into my social routine? So because Farcaster is built like on-chain rails, it can interact instantly with crypto. It means that there's a certain kind of filtering of people that happens in who sets up those accounts. So you have people who know how to use a wallet. They have some crypto in a wallet. There's a certain level of technical knowledge. It's not necessarily super high, but but it's there. And what's happened is there's become a culture of innovators, builders, creators, philosopher builders, people, who are really early disruptive thinking, creating, building, and so you get like a higher signal there. But because it's also on chain, and because it's in this space, you have also farmers, extractors, low signal, noisy people. And so in Farcaster, you have those people doing quality. And this is where Chris has built Sopha to curate and sort of consolidate and like in a crucible, you meld and help the like great stuff and great people rise to the top. And I think one thing that's could be very interesting about this is using Sopha to find the conversations that you find interesting, to find the people you find interesting, and to find the people responding that you find interesting. It can really help you enhance your experience, because if you just show up into Farcaster and you don't go to follow anyone, or you don't go to find anyone, you don't go and reply to anyone, your experience is going to be very poor. You need to put some energy out to actually have that kind of experience. And so when I look at this response, people responding here, I'm like, okay, well, I know a number of these people because they've shown up and they've been building and they've been doing stuff and they've been having conversations.
Completely. The quality of people that you find is really stellar. And yeah, it's definitely one of those things where you get out what you put in. And actually, I'd say I got out a lot more than I put in. I'd say that I've got out a lot more than I put in. Yeah. Also, that was an of agreement rather than
yes. It was yes. I think that, and that's the thing about the environment, the ecosystem, the group that's there. There's a cost to participate. There's a cost to get above and out of spam filters or not get caught up in that. To show up as a real person, there is a cost in that. But you then enter an ecosystem full of a majority of other people who have also been willing to pay that cost. So it's kind of like, if everyone has to pay, $200, and you get into an ecosystem full of everyone who pays $200, and there's like 10,000 other people, your cost of entry, though it's big to you, has brought you into a pool of much greater value. Putting dollar signs on it, but conceptually, energy wise and thought and wisdom wise, it's you're entering a pretty cool pool.
Exactly.
Do you want to show? Do you want to pop quick and can you show? Do you want to show what Sophalets have been minted?
Yes. How do I? Yes, and then I'll come back to the.
Yeah. Well, if you're just showing one tab, you can potentially open another tab, or you can just pivot it and share. But
I haven't quite worked out how to look at all the Sophalets just yet. How do we get there?
Okay, so you know what we need to do is we need to get to the Sophalet collection. Which let me just I'll share my screen, and we'll go do some quick hunting.
Please do.
Okay, so let me.
Okay, I found it.
Okay. So yeah, basically, I think from within MF Bevan's Immutagen app, there we go. You can find the link to the OpenSea collection. How many do we have? Oh, wow. So we're already at 10, 12?
14 now.
14. Oh, there's more in the line.
Yeah.
There's my. Oh, look at the Santa hat. That's fun.
Yeah, that's really fun. Who's that? That is Angels, who I don't recognize, but
nice. I can see mine. I can see MF Bevins next to mine with the little exclamation mark over its head.
Yeah. Any guesses on this one?
Is that yours?
Nope.
Nope.
The color scheme's your big giveaway. That's Prof. Nanish Prof.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
Riley Beans over here.
And Bizarre Beast is going to be up higher with the horns we saw earlier. I love that it converted the little like ear pieces on others into horns, specifically into horns on his.
Yes, yeah, it's really nice, isn't it? Really nice. There's Garance in his wizard hat. We've got a different Sopha here. It's really hard to control for this stuff. It just randomly pops.
Can you send me? Actually, no. I'm just going to hunt it manually. I'm going to get the OpenSea. I think we should set up Empire and just like give away a couple. I'm going to give away like a couple warplates or waifu.
Nice.
So how about do you want to talk or show a bit more Sopha, and yes. I'll get set up with Empire ready to demo that.
For sure. So if I jump back into Sopha. Here we go. So this is the curated feed, and then if we jump on here, this is the My 37, and you can here you can choose. I've only chosen 24 so far, but you can choose the people that you want to who you're closest to. There's a bit of a, for those that don't know Farcaster, there's a bit of a meme about there only being 37 people active on Farcaster, and so we're kind of just playing with that, and then you get this big feed of people and their content. And one of the things I'm building into this is really giving images their space to play. But yeah, there's a lot of people minting their Sophas at the moment. Yeah, fairly standard feed, but as with everything here, you've got the option to curate it to your feed. Another little feature, what's on your mind? We're serious about long form here. Let's say plenty big enough text box to filling out there.
You're pulling in blog posts, paragraph, other form.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's another little feature. I'll just scroll down, see if I can see one that's got that embedded. Yeah, here we go. So this one's a blog post from Jonathan Colton, and what it's done is automatically unrolled the paragraph post that is linked there. So you've got the whole long form article there, entirely available without leaving the feed. And this works to an extent with Substack and with other blog posts from kind of personal blog platforms and stuff. So yeah, it's the deep long form. It's here for the nerds. It's here for the people who are talking passionately and deeply. I'm also building some stuff for artists that's coming down the track, and really we're wanting to build a community of people who want this kind of experience for their social, proper connections, and deep content.
Perfect. I like it. I like it. I love it. Do you want to see the little Empire demo as we go through this? So I hope I hope all of the 3 people who are currently watching live, according to my indicator here, have gone and gotten a Soflit. If not, well, you still have time. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to screen share my. There we go. get to this Empire Builder. I was like making sure, scanning my tabs, making sure I only have one Empire Builder open. I do, thankfully. Okay, so yep, there we go. You can see that. So let's go into here. So when you land on the Empire Builder landing page, what you're going to see is you're going to see top empires right up here. Top empires, and this is 1, 2, 3. So this is algorithmically ranked based on our own special sauce to elevate and show the empires that have shown up the most consistently, have used the various, we've got the airdrop tools, we've got burn function, we've got different ways you can activate reward community, etc. And so those who do it, if you do it consistently, based on size, there's all these different factors that kind of go into it, but that's how you move up this leaderboard of trust, if you will. So when you can see it here, you can see in first place right now, we have the number 1 empire, we have Push with his keep pushing one. He's burned, we can see he's distributed over $3,000 worth of value to his empire, to his active community members. He's burned over 1 billion. We've got Bizarre Beast, who just moved up into second based on his distributions, because earlier today when we were doing the event, he was down in third. So he's his taking activity has now moved Art Baby, Kiki's Art Studio 48's empire down into third. And then Master Grief, this is Suffuse, who has the great nerd community. So slash nerd, he's there. And Schmittiest, who may or may not be watching with his mycelium, is up into fifth right now, which bumps Empire Builder, Glanker, down here into sixth. So I should take some activity through there. But yeah, if you go in, let's just look at pushes. We open his empire. You can see he's got his banner. He put a banner in here. We're going to load up his, this is basically his details. This is his empire. It's very functional UI. We've got the leaderboard. He's got his standard leaderboard. Every empire comes with a standard leaderboard that creates your score based on the number of core tokens held and then multiplied by the boosters you have. So I'll show you what that means. But basically at the top, it'll show you and your rank, where you are on the leaderboard. This is looking at one of my wallets, which is not ranked high. I have another wallet that is ranked high in Push's Empire because I'm in first. Oh, there you go. And then this is a great leaderboard, which I would recommend Push use and then bump up here. This Push Farcaster only. This is you can choose several. You can create several different leaderboards for your empire. But what this one does is it creates a leaderboard based only on FIDs, which is like the Farcaster ID. What it does is it'll take that Farcaster user, and then it'll aggregate all of the tokens held across all of the wallets they've verified and attached to their Farcaster profile, and it'll look through all of those wallets for the tokens plus which boosters they have to create a single highlighted score. This is a great tool because it lets you, as the Empire Guardian, it lets you know who the holders are that have a Farcaster base account. So you know that these are people who can be active, who you can reach, who are socially engaged. They're not just wallets that maybe bought stuff on them, just bought tokens and aren't doing anything with it. They don't care. They're not in it. You want to highlight and find your core active community. So this helps elevate that signal. And here we can see that it's taken and accumulated. It's taken all of my different holdings across different wallets that are connected to my FID, and it's highlighted that, as well as the giving me a score based on all the boosters I'm holding. And so we can look here, and right now I'm viewing through the lens of my Warplet. My Farcaster wallet is what I'm connected to. So it's showing that I have these items in that wallet, which is enabling me to get these booster multipliers. So if I wanted to, I could look here, and this is where we've got things like, if you have a minimum of 420,000 push tokens, you get 5x booster. If you have these certain NFTs, you get a booster. So like when he does his weekly recap, every week he's making an NFT that looks back at the daily art he made and he puts it forward. And I can buy that to support him. I love his art. I love what he's doing. And so when he puts things out, I'm going to mint that. I'm going to mint it and buy it. And I'm going to support him as an artist. And then what he's doing by making those boosters is he's providing a little extra utility. It's helping me also move up that leaderboard for when he's going to do his activations. These down here, these are based on his vibe market cards. If you have a rare, you get 2.5x. If you get a common, so you can. Excuse me. A great thing about Empire Builder is that it allows you to have your core token, and then you can utilize other platforms, other tokens, other projects, and kind of weave it in here in a way that doesn't make you overstretched and vulnerable to those platforms' pivots. So let's say you launch a stream token, used to be called retake, or if you have a paragraph token, you can use those platforms, use those tokens, and then you could put them in here as a booster. And what that's going to do, actually, let's go look at, we'll go look at quickly at Bizarre Beasts, because I know he has made his paragraph. Well, okay, it's in here somewhere. He's got a lot of NFTs. He's got a lot of tokens. I think this is it, this BB log. This is his paragraph token. So if you are an active community member, you love what he's doing in all these places, and you're supporting him through all these places, you could pick up some of his paragraph token. You're going to need a booster for holding that. And then leaderboards, this is where I was saying, like earlier today, like he created this A3 voting one. This is a more technical. We've made it so that you can do this totally no code. But if you have something that's more technical and you have API endpoints, you can pull those in for a leaderboard and then do distribution and rewards. You can reward them. So anyways, that was me getting distracted into Empire. Let's go to my personal GM Yerb Empire. There we go. So it's going to load up here. I still need to put a banner in here. There's so much you can do with Empire. Like you can look in the distribution, the past distributions, see who. Oh, the last distribution I made, my co-founder won. All right, good for him. So, anyways, let's go. So I have these different leaderboards. I have my Farcaster only, GM Yerb. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to the Softlit collection. I am going to copy the address, the contract address for the Softlit. I can see someone's already got, there's one on the floor. The Softlit floor is 0.05 ETH. Wow. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to make an NFT leaderboard. Softlits. You know what? We're just going to throw that in there. So it's going to load the preview. There we go. Softlits. Bingo. I'm going to apply boosters. So if people are holding my boosters, they're going to need a multiplier for that. It is on base. This is live. Okay, what do I call this? Let's see. Live rewards fest for day one. Can I say? I'm going to say Softliteers. Okay, so and now it's popped up a thing for me to sign because this is all. So I'm signing it, and now it's creating it, and we're just going to let it create. So there you go. It's doing its thing, and it's telling me all about what's doing. So now I've created the leaderboard, Softlits, right here. But the other thing I want to do is I want to go in, and so when I talked about how I'm applying the boosters, so right now if we refresh this, it is going to make. So I'm going to update this. It actually just did that a little bit ago. But right now, it is going to make a list of 30 seconds. There we go. It made a list of everyone who is holding a Softlit, everyone who's minted. But it's also taking the boosters into account. So all of these people hold one Softlit. Everyone minted one because it just happened. But the booster is showing who's got more points for doing different things. And look, we can look down the names here. We can see like, okay, Bizarre Beast in first with a score of 17 because he's got more boosters. He's got more of these little multipliers here. So I can go back to the leaderboard Softlets, and I can see, okay, Chris, you have more boosters than me.
Who knew?
This one.
How about that?
Yes. Yeah. So right now, so you're in second, and I'm in third. Riley Beans, Max Jackson, JRF. Oh wow, that's awesome! Look at all the people here who are watching and minting and participating, and now Nikki Sapp, Nounish Prof, and so some of the people. I mean, you can see who's the active community, who's minting or participating in more of the things that I've got as boosters. Brad Q is a great guy, and he's minted a softlet. I can tell he has not gotten any other of my boosters.
He mints nothing.
Or he cherishes them so much that he's got a cold wallet he sends all of my creations into.
That is an option also.
So you can see here, rodeo posts, I have boosters. I made Warplets a booster. So what I'm going to do right now is this Empire Rising token, I'm actually going to remove that. So let's just go here, and we're going to, so this is how easy it is to find, there we go, to handle the infrastructure, the UI. Like I'm going there, so I just removed it. Removing boosters, super easy. Now I'm going to go to OpenSea. So you can't see this because I'm doing it in a different tab, but I'm going to go to OpenSea. I'm going to go find Eggman's waifus. Waifu? What's the correct pronunciation of that? I don't know. But I'm going to go there, and I'm going to add a booster. I can have up to 30 NFT on base, putting in the collection. And I could make it a specific token, but I just want to do the collection. There we go. So it's found the collection. We've built it so that it's gonna automatically link to OpenSea. But let's say you wanted a minting link or something else, you could click here, add a custom link, and put it in there, and it'll pop that up. But let's see. So waifu, we've got Warplets as a 3x, so we're gonna make waifu a 3x. I'm adding it. I'm signing it off. Boom. There we go. Booster added. So now this is there. If I refresh, and now we can see, there we go, waifu. The green outline means I have that in this wallet. This no green outline means I don't have this booster. This was a rodeo booster. If I click on it, it's actually going to open the rodeo screen where that is. The path is always ahead of us. We keep going. I made that. I posted it. There's 32 that were minted. It's on Rodeo. So if you don't know how Rodeo works, it's a great sort of, I consider it like a top of funnel activation or art sharing. You can create an NFT, you can create an art piece, and it's unlimited open minting for 24 hours. After 24 hours, people can't mint anymore. So if someone wanted to get one now, they'd have to log in, but they would have to kind of bid on the other supply that's out there. And maybe someone who like, oh, I'm a top collector. So I probably have a bunch of those that I can do giveaways with, but someone else here could see that and then they could accept the offer if someone wanted that booster. Does that make sense? You following that, Chris?
I do. You'd like more detail than I do, but I get it.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to the Softlets leaderboard. We've just added the waifus. The Warplets are in there. So now I'm going to update it, and we're going to get a new list. If anyone else has minted, so far we had 22 with Brad Q at the bottom. We're going to update it. So now it's checking all the wallets for Softlets, and if anyone had waifus, so Bizarre Beast is now in first, and I moved up in the second. I got above you, Chris, because you clearly do not have any waifu in that wallet. So Brad has no waifu in his in that wallet. He's still down at the end. Okay, so now we're going to go here to airdrop NFTs. If I wanted to, okay, let's go look in the treasury. You know what? Let's see. Treasury, I have $4 of WETH in here. I could claim. I have a bunch of GM Yerb tokens to claim still, but actually, I want to add some USDC. I've got $11 of USDC in there. I'm gonna deposit 5. I have 11 USDC. I have like 200 waifu.
That is funny, but that wasn't what I was laughing at. I just saw a Warplet come up for this guy Aaron who also has a banana in his mouth. And
yes.
The Sopha's just Sopha has just come up with a banana on his face.
So what nice. I'm going to do right now is, so this is where, again, how the tool works. Like once I'm in you can deposit stuff in your treasury. And this is the thing about no code tools and how easy it is to use. I could just click on burn. Like say I wanted to burn from the amount I've got in my treasury, I can just click and decide how much I burn, which is to destroy it. And I don't need to know where to send it, anything. I can just click on it. It's going to take care of it. It'll create a little thing I can share. But I'm going to do a distribution. I just put in the $5 worth of ETH, so it says shows $4.99. So we're going to go select tokens. I'm going to do this $5. There we go. This $4.99, and I am going to pick the Sophlets leaderboard. And instead of doing an even split or a weighted by score to everyone, I'm going to pick raffle mode, and we're going to distribute all $4.99 of it to 2 people, top 100. I mean, not there aren't that many people, but it'll figure that out. And so now I'm going to distribute it. And so we're just going to raffle. I'm thanking the people who have minted early the Sophlets. 2 of you are going to split this massive $4.99. Distribution is complete. Congratulations to Meshki.eth and Brett Draw Stuff. You guys just got $4.99 in USDC. So I'm now coming over here. Oops, I hit stop share. That's not awkward at all. I'll be right. Let me reload that. Awkward. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I just popped this up. I just distributed $4.99. Don't I look cheap? Well, congratulations to these 2 fine people who minted their Sophlets on day 1. So there we go. Posting that out, sharing those receipts. Boom. Oh, MF Bevan. Look, that's beautiful. Share that. Okay. I'm gonna give away a couple. I want to do a couple airdrops. Is that okay? You okay with that?
What's this? Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, well, it's going to load up I have a lot of collection in this wallet. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go to there we go, share this one. I'm going to go to OpenSea again. I'm going to find the waifu, and I'm going to raffle off a couple of these. So nice. I'm adding in the collection address. There we go, waifus. Okay, so let's see. Eggman's waifus. This one's, let's refresh. I'm refreshing. Oh, and it's going to refresh that one. I want to select all of them. Oh, okay. This is what happens when I click without thinking. It's dangerous. Let's refresh that one. Adrian put in this feature. It's so good, so that you can like refresh ones that haven't like fully been opened or displayed. Okay, there's some nice ones in here. Let's see. Okay, they're all nice. I don't know if that sounds like not really that PC. I don't know what the correct way to talk about distributing waifus is. There probably is.
Just say those words. Yeah.
Okay, so you know what? I'm picking. It's going to load, but I don't want to wait while they're all loading. So I'm going to pick 4. I've selected 3. No, I've selected 4. Okay, so you can see here number of recipients 4. I need to set it to raffle mode, and now from everyone who just 4. Let's be more generous than that. Okay, so we're going to do 6 I'm going to say the top 250, but there's not that many people. And now we're going to airdrop. So I'm clicking airdrop. When you are airdropping NFTs, we charge like 20 cents or 30 cents or something like that. It's just like it's a feature, 30 cents. It's a feature to stop abuse of the system. So, yeah, okay. We're also driving the revenue for Empire Builder of these 30-cent airdrops, but okay, there we go. So now if you have Farcaster, you have Empire Builder have the Empire Builder app installed with notifications. If you're one of the 6, you just got notified that you got a waifu. So congratulations.
Damn, nice, man.
Should
I? Sorry.
Yeah, KMax CB, Nikki Sapp, Nounish Prof, Angels, Brad Q, Bizarre B. Brad Q just got a waifu, which means that when I refresh the leaderboard, he's going to be moving on up because of that booster.
Moving on up. Love it. Shall I share some of the sofas that's been minted while we've been on air?
Yes.
And then should we wrap?
Sure.
I'm
gonna do.
I've got some code to fix. Now I've got more people coming in. I'm just learning about more issues.
And Bizarre Beast one too. Okay, so I'm gonna share this out. I'm gonna share this out to the. I'm just gonna post that in our Glanker channel, which is the Empire Builder channel. You guys can all go follow that online later. Oh, Toady Hawk's excited for later today. Okay, let's go back to you share. I'm gonna put you up on the stage there, and I'm going to refresh the leaderboard, and then I'm going to be minting I'm going to be airdropping some warplets. We'll finish off. So if you haven't minted your Sofla yet, get going.
Nice. So we've seen what it is already, but what I'm loving about looking at them in this context is you've got their PFP next to the Sofla, and so you can see the.
That is lovely.
I love this little star detail that's come through. Just picked up from there. K-Max cracks me up. Look at that. Look at that little hat.
What's that? Oh, very nice. I'm actually, so you know what I just realized? I'm going to go and take MF Bevan's Slay to Earn Farverse items, and I'm going to make that a booster
Nice.
on my GM Yerb leaderboard. So if people are playing MF Bevan's game and getting those items, they're going to get a booster.
Very nice. Prof we've already seen, but you can see that color scheme coming through. That I'm loving those claws, that color. I
can't see, but I love the narration. Because I'm like trying to, okay, I gotta get the contract address for the farmers items. But you're painting beautiful word pictures as a philosopher builder.
Thank you. Meshki, congrats on your win just now, and look at that Soflet. I love the fur hair. Sujut, if I'm saying your name right, they're pretty fire. These are fun. I don't know who this dude is. He's listed theirs already.
I'm coming to look. Oh, so that's the flipper. That's the opportunity. They set the floor.
Yeah, man.
Got in, getting the volume.
Straight up. They seen that you got to be a 0.79 score.
Until you get until they get the sale, they could still be winning. They could win more warplets, or more when they could win a waifu or a warplet with the giveaways.
True that. JRF's pretty clean. I spent a long time trying to get these Sopha textures coming through, so I'm pleased that we're seeing the materials. There's Aaron's that I mentioned.
You've put a lot of work into getting that prompt going.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? Aaron and his banana.
Okay.
Kazani's Crypt's wild. Nice little bit more played. Red played over here. Although this one's come out very square. Not loving that one so much.
All Soflets are equally attractive in the eyes of their creator. If you're unhappy with how any of them came to look out, the only place you can look to blame that is in the mirror.
Fair. You're a beautiful Soflet. Look at you with your
fly.
Your perfect geometry.
Look at the lovely little bead.
The bead's beautiful.
Tiara kind of thing there.
Nice.
Okay.
Do you want to do your quick distribution, and then I got to bounce?
Yeah, exactly. So I am finding, I need to get a warplet. I only have a couple. I only have a couple warplets.
Oh, wow.
Going to the warplets. And okay, so let's go. I'm going to share my screen again, and we will get this taken care of. Do you want to say anything else about Sopha? Do you want to, I'll get this ready, and why don't you do a wrap up? If people have joined us late, or if they're hopping in later, what is Sopha? Where can they find it? What would you like them to know about it and do?
Thanks, Jordan. So the simplest way to start using Sopha is to follow at Sopha, Sopha, and that will keep you up to date with what's going on. Install the mini app, which you can see in quoted on Sopha, and that will keep you up to date with all the latest curations. And up top, you can click on Try the Client, and that will take you through to the main app. I've got some wiring up to do, but if you've got your Sophalet, then that will give you access to everything. If you're serious about curating high quality content, then drop me a message or fill in the application form, and you can become a curator as well. But first step, follow Sopha, mint your Sophalet.
All right, I will. I was sharing things as you were talking about them. I was going to the different pages and such. So now I'm going to come back to, here we go, back to my GM Yerb Empire. So now we're at the Sophalets. We are going to update once more, just in case anyone's minted more, because we were at 22. Let's see how many we get up to here now. 29. Oof, 7 more. Got yours. It's a rip snorter. Okay, so now we're going to go to airdrop NFTs. I'm just going to paste in the collection thing for warplets. And now here we have a bunch of Say Angel's wonderful warplets. We're going to go to raffle mode, and we're going to pick a couple to give away here. Kind of attached to these, but you know what? Okay, well, that gray boy will go. This is my OG that I minted. That's the Yerbearserker warplet. Little sword and thunderbolt. So not giving that one away ever. Okay, well, man, it's so hard. They're also like diverse and amazing looking. But okay, this stripy boy, and this is hard. This is like the Pink Floyd one, the wall, the rainbow, the triangle. Anyways, okay, I got to pick one more. I have more than this, but okay, I'm gonna talk to Adrian about that. It's only showing like 9. Okay, this one with the weird little tail thing. Okay, so I've selected 3, and we're gonna pick the top. We're raffling it, so there's 20. There's how many? 29 right now minted. So, anyways, it doesn't matter. Airdrop. Clicking on it, popping up the little window for me to sign. We're signing it. So, congratulations to 3 people who are going to be getting. I'm confirming, I'm signing again. There we go. Transaction is processing. Who are the 3 winners of warplets? We have sent notifications. If you have the Empire Builder app, okay. Sweet, I won. Okay, well, congratulations to Space Buddha 42.e, Bizarre Beast, he got a waifu as well, and Yerbearserker, I won. Sweet, I hardly ever win. If you want to be eligible to win more prizes as I demonstrate through things further, support me as an artist or creator, my GM Yerb token is the underlying asset for my GM Yerb Empire. It is not very expensive at all. But that's where I demo stuff. All right, well, I'll send this out later. I'll make that all spicy and nicey. And yeah, thank you. Let's come back full big screen. Thank you, Chris, for making the time, for being here. More so, thank you for feeling the need of this tool of Sopha, and actually going and making it. If there were more people doing that in the world, we would have a better world.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you for hosting this. Thank you for your generosity and in helping get the word out on the Sopha, on everything I'm doing with Sopha, with the Sophlets. I hope you're enjoying. And yeah, really good to actually get a bit more insight into the Empire live in action as well. I need to set up my co-created one. So
well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for being here. You can find us on all the socials. Come join Farcast if you're not, and ping us or add us. And yeah, let's see. Empire Builder, helping creators, builders, and founders go from dream to empire. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.